The other day I uploaded a video on how to make conchas. I perfected the recipe to add a secret ingredient. I'm not going to reveal it right now, but trust me, it's like day and night. I made some, I tried them, I passed out. I mean, I know that's my thing, but I almost passed out, seriously. You know, so the secret ingredients right here. Okay, so this recipe calls for active yeast. This is going to take about 10 minutes. So this is 11 grams approximately of active yeast. To this, we're going to add, we need half a cup of evaporated milk. So we're gonna add it directly to the yeast, okay? This is room temperature, which is fine. To activate the yeast, I'm going to add a spoonful of flour, a spoonful of sugar, I'm requesting assistance. Here is the assistance. Where's my dog? Remember her name? I told you last time. Her name is Concha. Well, Conchita, because she's tiny. I made a video of her. I'm gonna post it right here. I really didn't want to get my hands in here, but I'm gonna have to because these things are not dissolving. Don't worry, my hands are safe. Always. Always and forever. It's just like a dream to me. Something came true. And I know still be the same. Have you ever heard that song? It's a beautiful song. It's called Always and Forever. Let me speed this up a little bit. I can't do it no more. I was doing it with my mouth just in case you didn't notice. Okay, so now I'm going to leave this alone. Look at the amount it has. I'm going to leave it alone for about, I don't know, about 10 minutes while my yeast gets activated or active or reacts or wakes up or whatever. I'm gonna get this nice and clean because we're gonna work the dough. No, I'm not making donuts, Homer. I'm making conchas. Imagine Homer Simpson eating a concha. So we need 3 3/4 cups of flour. Yeah. And 3/4. I just remember about my friend Juan. Did I tell you he got mad? He got mad because I told him, watch my videos. I mention your name in every video. I think I told you the story before on the coffee video. He watched the video, the first one, and he says, I didn't hear my name. And I said, yeah. When I count my ingredients, I always say 1. Like, well, what? You mean what? He got upset and blah blah blah, and you know he didn't want to watch my videos anymore. So I was like, "Qué delicado," meaning you know like, "Gee, excuse me." We're gonna add the butter. Boop. There we go. Yeah, it's room temperature. By the way, this video is being sponsored by. I know it gets old. I like it. 3 eggs. Okay, we're gonna add 3 eggs. 1. Hi Juan. I want to say hi to my friend Juan. 2 and 3. We need 2/3 of a cup of sugar. Granulated sugar is fine. We're gonna use powdered sugar for the paste, but right now this is good. Salt, half a teaspoon. Really? It's a pinch. Sounds like a bad word in Spanish. Pinch. Pinche. Mix it on the flour. I like vanilla. What about you? What do you think? My secret ingredient. So I'm just waiting for the yeast to be ready. Perfect time to show you Concha. You know, she always wakes me up at night. Not a day goes by since I have to get up and let her out to go do her business. And she's like ruthless. She don't care. It's like 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and she wants to get out. I gotta get a doggy door, but I don't know. I'm very, well, my daughter is very, very paranoid about her dog being stolen or whatever. Why am I telling you this? Because I'm gonna wake her up. Look at what she does. She's so cute. Look. Come on, Visita. Una estirada. Come on. Una estirada. Oh, beautiful stretch. Oh my God. She does that every day. She comes and gives me a stretch. Hey guys, welcome back. So it looks like my yeast has been activated. If you notice, it's about twice its size. Okay, that's what I was looking for. La miserable. Why do I say that? Because that's how this spatula is known as. What does miserable mean anyways? Well, miserable means stingy, tight, cheapskate, frugal. Why is it called stingy, miserable, frugal? Well, look at this. She leaves nothing behind. I said behind. We're going to get all mixed together. My dog, she's such a diva. She thinks the universe revolves around her. Kind of does. So every time I say Conchas, she thinks I'm talking to her. I should have done this early on because the secret ingredient I'm adding right now, it's powder. Sort of. So here's the secret ingredient. Let's see if you can identify it. I'm going to pause the video for 3 seconds to give you a chance to guess. It's cinnamon. Don't go and get that powder cinnamon stuff. It's good, but never as good as cinnamon sticks. Get the cinnamon sticks, throw them in the blender, and blend the you-know-what out of it. From this point on, it's all about working the dough. I feel like the sushi chef. I made you a heart. Use lard to kind of grease your dough, and also the dish where you're gonna put it aside. Let us see. It's going to grow. I want it to grow twice its size, if it's not too much to ask. I don't know if the cinnamon is going to interfere. I don't think so. It shouldn't. I'll see you in an hour. Okay guys, while we wait for the dough to expand, I'm going to show you how to make that delicious paste that makes the concha. It's a paste that goes on top of the bread, where they kind of design the shell of the concha. It really is a rather easy task because they already sell a cutter, marker, mold. You just press against the concha and it marks the shape. Now, what shape does it print? Well, a concha, but what does concha mean? Concha means shell, simply put. Now, what kind of shell? It could be the shells you find at the beach, and that's actually the one design that the cutter has. I'll post a picture right now. And that was it. That was the concha cutter. However, I don't have that, so a lot of people do the other type of shell, which is the square one, like a turtle shell. So I'm gonna go with that, just because I don't have, you can use a pizza cutter, you can use a knife, you'll see. You could use a mixer. I'm gonna do it by hand, just because I already did the other one by hand. Powdered sugar, very important. 1.5 cups. That's 1. Oh no, I ran out. What would I ever do? Just kidding. Got more right here. 1 1/3 cups of flour. 1 cup of lard. I'm going to use half, about 8 ounces. I'm going to add vanilla, about a tablespoon. Let's get our hands dirty. So it really is that simple. 3 ingredients plus the vanilla, which is optional, lard, powdered sugar, and flour. I sometimes use sugar to powder it rather than flour, depending on how you feel that your mixture is coming along. You see, this is what I was looking for, to be able to make a little ball, and I achieved that with a little bit of extra sugar. To be honest with you, I rather overshoot my mix with sugar than with flour. So it has been about an hour or so, and my dough seems to be ready to go to the next step. I'm going to cut it into little pieces. Look at this. Now you can see the cinnamon. There's a bakery. I drive about 40 minutes just to go get my conchas. But they have this really cool thing where they make tiny conchas. So I'm gonna make a few of them tiny and the rest a regular size. We're gonna make little balls like this. Of course, depending on the size of the balls, it's gonna be the size of the concha. So that's what the tray looks like. So get some lard on your hands and just kind of cover the conchas. Okay, so it's done. Remember the paste we made earlier? This is it right here. So I'm going to cut it into tiny little pieces. So a lot of people have the tortilla maker, which is this device apparatus here. And the way it works, just basically press down, and because you had a little ball, it turns it into somewhat a tortilla. Okay? As I realized, not everybody has the tortilla maker handy. I'm going to use a plate, which essentially does the same thing. My wife's asleep. I'm gonna forward the video a little bit. Just kidding, it was me. Alright guys, both trays are done. And now, again, since I don't have the cutter, I'm going to use a knife to kind of draw a shell on top of every concha. When you do this, make sure you don't cut the bread, just the paste, okay? That one's done. So they are ready, quote unquote. Let them sit for about half an hour, maybe 45 minutes, because they're gonna keep expanding. Okay guys, so I'm preheating my oven at 350 degrees and I'm going to bake them for about 18 minutes, but this is what they look like. Check it out. See, I left them for about an hour. If you notice, the cuts I made earlier kind of opened up, and so I think they're gonna be pretty interesting once they're baked, okay? Okay guys, welcome back. It has been 18 minutes and look at these beauties. They come loose on their own. Ooh, they're a little hot. Okay guys, look at these beauties. Cool down a little bit. They're somewhat manageable. I want you to really grasp the concept of a concha. Not you, Concha, my dog. Oh my God, I'm telling you, she thinks the universe revolves around her, and it does, sort of. Okay, check this out. I don't know if you can see it there, but this resembles a shell. And that's the concept of conchas. This is why they're called conchas. This is why the shell thing is significant in this. And again, although this isn't the original design, I did that with a knife. Remember that picture I showed you? This one. That picture, it's the actual cutter. I like this, honestly. I really do like this kind of better than that other one because, I mean, it didn't take too much to design that. Right here, guys, it's unlike anything you've tried before. It smells delicious. I can only imagine what it tastes like. I'm not one for imagining things as much as trying them. Look at this. Look at that guy. I love wax paper. Woo! 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 Okay, now I want to show you something. See, this one is a little more cooked. I left this one for the full 18 minutes, and this one I made a little bit of an adjustment. This is from the second try. This I left for 15 minutes and then I shut off the oven and left it there for another few minutes. But I like it a little toasted, a little, I guess, overcooked, because if you notice this area right here, this right here, that tastes delicious. I'll sacrifice myself for the sake of world peace. I'm going in. Don't call 911. I passed out, you know why? Because these are delicious. I've tried many conchas in my lifetime. I was telling you in my other concha video, I visited at least 20, I'm being conservative, 20 bakeries, 20 panaderias. One of them, I drive 40 to 45 minutes just to get the mini conchas, this size. They are delicious, don't get me wrong. But I guess it's the secret ingredient here. Their conchitas are up there in the flavor spectrum. This one overflowed the cup of taste and flavor. Jesus, that's a big bite. Look, it's kind of embarrassing. Even if I try, I cannot describe what this tastes like, guys. The only way to really know what they taste like is by trying them. So, like I always say, you want to try it? You can. But before you try them, you have to make them. So, on your marks, get set.